patong-patong na reklamo laban kay Executive Secretary Ralph Recto uusad na. Ayon pa sa investigasyon ay si Recto itong main plunder sa pondo ng PhilHealth. Pero bago ang lahat, mag-subscribe na sa aking YouTube channel at i-click na rin ang notification bell para updated ka sa mga bagong balita sa ating bansa. Magugunitang nahaharap sa kasong plunder sina Ralph Recto na dating Finance Secretary at Emmanuel Ledesma na dating Pangulo ng PhilHealth. Ang reklamo ay inihain ng Save the Philippines Coalition kaugnay ng umano'y illegal at unconstitutional na paglipat ng 60 billion pesos na pondo ng PhilHealth patungo sa National Treasury. Ayon sa complainants, nagkaroon umano ng sabwatan ang mga akusado upang ilipat ang pondo ng State Health Insurer, isang hakbang na ayon sa kanila ay labag sa konstitusyon at nagdulot ng pinsala sa pondo na nakalaan sana para sa serbisyong pangkalusugan ng mga Pilipino.
As we all know, Mr. President, the Supreme Court has spoken with clarity on the matter of the 60 billion withdrawn from PhilHealth pursuant to Special Provision 1D, Chapter 43 of the 2024 General Appropriations Act and Department of Finance Circular 003-2024. The court declared the provision unconstitutional and directed, and I would like to quote, as a consequence of the unconstitutional transfer of the subject PhilHealth Fund to the National Treasury pursuant to Special Provision 1D of the 2024 GAA and DOF Circular, the remitted funds amounting to 60 billion pesos to PhilHealth must be returned to the coffers of PhilHealth. Unquote. Even prior to this ruling, the President himself committed to restore the 60 billion taken from PhilHealth's reserve fund. The House of Representatives responded by identifying 255 billion pesos in reductions from the Department of Public Works and Highways budget, from which 60 billion was added to PhilHealth in the General Appropriations Bill. However, it must be noted that this amount was not returned to the reserve fund from which it was drawn, but instead earmarked for benefit package improvements. This realignment was concurred upon by the Senate in the bill that we are now approving. This is also occurring alongside another long-standing issue. The national government has not fully remitted the sin tax allocations due to PhilHealth from year 2023 to the 2026 budget cycle, an accumulated amount of 129.96 billion pesos. Similarly, unremitted statutory shares from PAGCOR and PCSO, estimated at 106.95 billion, have also failed to enter PhilHealth's accounts. These practices, though indirect, operate in effect as fund diversions similar to what transpired in 2024. Given this pattern, I will file a bill to ensure that sin tax earmarks and the statutory shares from PAGCOR and PCSO are automatically appropriated and released to PhilHealth, strengthening the integrity of its funding streams. And I trust that both this chamber and the House of Representatives will see the merit of this proposed reform. Finally, Mr. President, the bicameral conference will inevitably confront the question of whether the 60 billion pesos inserted in the GAB, crafted before the Supreme Court promulgated its ruling, satisfies the court's directive to return the full amount to PhilHealth. To ensure full compliance with the Supreme Court ruling, I urge the bicameral committee to include a special provision amending the 60 billion pesos currently allocated for benefit package improvements to be restored in PhilHealth's reserve fund, untagged from specific benefit items, treated as a return of reserves rather than a program expansion, and placed under the authority of the PhilHealth Board pursuant to the Universal Healthcare Act, with this intent clearly stated in the bicameral report. This amendment is necessary to uphold both the letter and spirit of the Supreme Court ruling. It avoids forcing further budget cuts on any other agency, protects the integrity of the national budget process, and ensures that PhilHealth can manage its funds and deploy its reserves sustainably based on actuarial principles. These measures restore the members' confidence that their contributions are preserved for their intended purpose, prevents the recurrence of fund diversions that undermine the Universal Healthcare Act, and reinforces Congress's commitment to be transparent, lawful, and fiscally responsible health financing. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, next to explain their vote on the budget is a distinguished colleague from Palawan and the Republic of the Philippines, Senator Erwin Tulfo.
Senator Erwin Tulfo is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I voted yes to the fiscal year 2026 General Appropriations Act in its third reading, but we must first acknowledge the order of the Supreme Court in the case of Aquilino Pimentel III et al. Versus House of Representatives et al. To include a specific item in the 2026 GAA, the amount of 60 billion pesos to PhilHealth, to wit, open quote, respondents, House of Representatives, Senate of the Philippines, Department of Finance, and Office of the Executive Secretary are ordered to include a specific item in the 2026 General Appropriations Act, the amount of 60 billion pesos to be returned to the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation. In addition to the regular budgetary appropriations for the agency, consistent with Section 8 of Republic Act number 10351, as amended by Section 14 of the Republic Act number 11346 and Section 9 of Republic Act number 11467 in accordance with this decision, unquote. Under the third reading copy, the total budget for PhilHealth is 113 billion pesos. May mga tanong lang po. Number one, in the 113 billion budget of the PhilHealth, kasama na ba dito ang 60 billion na iniutos ng Korte Suprema na ibalik sa PhilHealth? Pangalawa, my ultimate question here, Mr. President, is the source of funds. Saan po kukunin ang 60 billion pesos? Will it require any additional increase in premium contributions from PhilHealth members? Pababayarin ba ulit natin ang mga miyembro ng PhilHealth para maibalik ang 60 bilyon na binayaran na nila noon pa? Hindi ko maiwas ang alalahanin ng isang inang namatay matapos piliing manganak na lamang sa tabi ng kalsada dahil wala po siyang perang pantawid sa ospital. Ito ang sumasalamin sa sitwasyon ng maraming Pilipino ngayon. Sana hindi na po maulit ito. Sana wala nang mamatay dahil sa pinagkakitaan o pinagkaitan ng karapatan sa kalusugan. Ika nga sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema, what use are the roads and the bridges, the infrastructure and social programs, and any other project for that matter, when the people meant to enjoy them are sick and dying? Anin pa po ang mga kalsada at mga tulay, mga infrastruktura kung ang mga Pilipinong dapat makinabang dito ay may mga sakit at unti-unting namamatay. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
Mr. President, our dear colleague, Senator Joel Villanueva would just like to insert to the records his explanation of vote for the record, Mr. President.
I-note the manifestation.
Now we'd like to recognize our distinguished colleague from Taguig and Pateros, Senator Pia Cayetano.
Senator Pia Cayetano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to start with thanking our chairperson, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, for all his hard work and effort. And I think all the patience he has shown with all 24 senators fighting for the different agencies that they believe deserve more funding. I know it isn't an easy job, and we commend our chairman for the good work that he has done. Nevertheless, he knows that I am not happy with the failure to provide the earmarked funds that should have been delivered to PhilHealth. From the onset, the chairperson had committed and has remained steadfast in ensuring that the 60 billion that is often mentioned is returned to PhilHealth, and that has been secured. But we have been pointing out, Mr. President, that even for each year that PhilHealth has earmarked funds, there has always been a shortage, Mr. President. And for this year, there is still a shortage of 16 billion. 16.52 billion is the shortage from the earmark collection. Let me be clear. This is not a matter of a unfunded law. This is earmarked. So saan napunta yon? Merong kalokohan dito. Merong violation of fiduciary duties, Mr. President, if the funding that by law has been earmarked for Syntax and shall be given to PhilHealth, it is not delivered to PhilHealth. I do not want this body to be complicit in allowing this to happen. Let's be clear, hindi tayo ang may kagagawan yan. BIR certified that 69 billion is available. 53 billion lang, I'm talking about 2025, no? For 2025, 53 billion lang ang nasa NEP. And so when we fail to give the entire amount of 69 billion earmarked, then we are allowing the 16 billion to be parked somewhere else, to be used somewhere else, to be drowned and forgotten somewhere else. That is not allowed, Mr. President. At least may paliwanag sa atin kung saan nilagay yun. Kasi kahit saan pa man nilagay, bawal. Because there is a law that dictates that it goes to PhilHealth. And this goes on every single year. And that is why I must support this measure with reservation. I hope all of our colleagues do so because otherwise we are complicit in allowing the very law that we passed not just to be set aside, but to be violated. This is a violation of law, Mr. President. And I go on. PCSO and PAGCOR. Since 2019 to 2025, PhilHealth share is 106.95 billion. Zero ang narimit. Imposible, Mr. President, because PAGCOR and PCSO certify that they have remitted the amounts to Treasury. It totals 106.95 billion. In 2023, 21.17 billion appeared in the GAA. This was never released. The same amount was also present in the GAA for 2024. This was also not released. Upon inquiry, the explanation of DBM, the explanation of DBM is the law that earmarks this PAGCOR and PCSO amounts states that this is subject to the usual budgeting, accounting, auditing principles, etc. More or less, that's the phrase. So clearly, nung 2023, pumasa naman sa kanilang accounting, auditing, budgeting principles. Pumasa naman dahil nilagay sa GAA. Hindi naman mapupunta sa GAA yan kung hindi dumaan nga dun sa process nila. Hindi pa rin na-release. In 2024, ganun din. Nilagay sa GAA, hindi rin na-release. So there is a concerted effort, Mr. President, to disregard this law that we passed. There's a concerted effort to pretend that we truly care about the health of the Filipino people, and yet earmark fundings do not go to PhilHealth. So, Mr. President, I hope that my statements do not fall on deaf ears. There is still a chance. There is still the BICAM. Maliwanag naman sa usapan sa majority that ilalaban naman ang mga paniniwala natin. And I am reminding everyone that this is a law that we have passed. This amount has no right to be sitting in another agency. Filipinos have the right to know where this goes, because even if we know where these amounts are, they're supposed to be in the hands of PhilHealth, Mr. President. Mark my word, abangan po natin ang fulfillment ng zero balance billing. I believe that from the President down to the PhilHealth officials, gusto nilang mangyari to. Mangyayari ba to kung walang sapat na budget? Panoorin po natin, abangan natin. Kasi marami tayong kababayan na pupunta ho sa mga ospital at malalaman natin kung talagang nakakatanggap sila ng zero balance billing. Having said that, ang sinabi ng PhilHealth, dun lang sa DOH hospitals. Paano naman yung hindi nakakarating sa DOH hospital? Di nakatulong sana tong earmark na PhilHealth funding for the LGU hospitals. So sana mga mayor, paglaban nyo na ilabas to. Dahil alam ko yung mga constituents no, hinahanap sa inyo ang zero balance billing sa mga LGU hospitals nyo. Paglaban po natin na makarating din naman sana sa mga kababayan natin na ang malapit na ospital sa kanila, yung LGU hospital. Kung dun sa lugar nila, wala man lang DOH hospital at may private hospital, dapat makagamit din sila ng PhilHealth zero balance billing. Dapat. Kasi may pondo naman na hindi nire-release. So that is my I have many other comments, Mr. President, but this is the most important one for me. The rest I will submit in writing and just ask that it form part of the record. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Mr. President, we recognize our distinguished colleague from the province of Tarlac and Pampanga, the provinces of Tarlac and Pampanga, no other than Senator Rodante Marcoleta.
Mr. President, I vote yes to the proposed 2026 national budget. Diretso ko pong binibigyang tiin ang mga aprobadong amyenda na personal ko pong inihain. Una, nadagdagan ng pondo ng High Value Crops Development Program para sa production support services at pagkuha ng mahalagang kagamitan. Ang dagdag na ito ay direktang tutulong sa ating magsasaka. Mas maraming binhi, mas maayos na nursery, at mga modernong post-harvest facilities sa ating high value crops para sa mas mataas ang ani at kita ng ating mga magsasaka at gayon din, Mr. President, ang export potential ng ating mga agricultural products. Ikalawa, naaprubahan ang 500 million para sa drainage improvement sa Marcos Highway, Pasig, Marikina, Cainta section. May ibsan po ng proyektong ito ang pagbaha sa lugar, mapapagaan ang daloy ng trapiko, mapoproteksyonan ang ating mga kababayan at negosyo, at mag-aalis sa perwisyong araw-araw na dinaranas ng mga kababayan sa Pasig, Marikina at Cainta. Ikatlo, Mr. President, ang pagbabawas ng pondo sa Balog-Balog Multipurpose Project Phase 2 ay aprobado rin na ating isinulong upang matiyak ang bawat pisong ilalabas ay tugma sa aktual na kakayahan at progreso ng proyekto. Ang mga amyendang ito ay konkretong tugon para sa mga magsasaka at para sa komunidad na laging binabaha at para sa mas maayos na paggamit ng pera ng bayan. Kahit hindi po pinayagan ng ibang mungkahi na amyenda, ganap ko pong nauunawa na tinatanggap ang mekanismo ng consensus sa kapulungan ito. I therefore vote yes, Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. There are no other members who wish to give explanations to their vote, Mr. President. So therefore, I move that we suspend.
Senator Francis Pangilinan.
My apologies. Our Senator Kiko Pangilinan, Francis Pangilinan would like to just insert to the record his explanation of his vote.
Manifestation is noted.
Thank you, Mr. President. With that, I move to suspend session for 1 Senate minute, Mr. President.
And invite everyone,
Yes, that's correct. We'd like to invite everyone for an all-member caucus if
all Senator
possible.
caucus and
I'm
the
sorry, all
Senators lang.
Senator caucus.
All right, session is